Yo, what's up, guys? Gonna be queuing some 2s and 3s for today with Wonder Mike. Should be some good games. Hopefully, we get a solid third if we do end up queuing into 3s, because I know we're both pretty high up on leaderboards. I hope it doesn't give us someone that's like really low MMR to balance out the lobby. We'll see how it works. Hopefully, it's not too bad though. Let's get into it. We got a game almost instantly. See how it goes. All right, we got 3s right away. We got Jordan. We got a really good player. Another pro. Currently on Alpine against Spatial, Davitrox, and Candy. Try to block him. It's a good block. Oh, AJ ended up joining, so actually we'll have a third. Unfortunate timing for him to join. We will have a third for the last game at least. That's from Wanda. Jordan should have this. Really good touch from him. He's gonna have a double as well, but I saved my boost. We can get back pretty easily here. Nice save from Wanda. Good job to force his touch there. I like that. Play off the Wanda side. Go for the mid boost here. Killed one, which is good. Wow, what a save. Actually came out of nowhere to save that. That's crazy. Nice touch. Wanda was following up on the side there, so I didn't want to double commit with him. So I decided to wait instead. Show back here. Don't want to go quite yet. Go after the flick is baited. Should be fine. Grab this corner boost. It's actually a pretty good situation for us if I can kill one of them. Couldn't quite, but it was actually a really good spot to go for a demo like that, I think. Smart play from them. It's going to be touch away to Wanda, but it should be good for us still. Nice. Two of them out of the play. Two of them landing in our corner, so if we can beat this last guy, get a good shot on him at least. Something that'll force some pressure out of their next touch. It's not going to be the best touch for them. Should be able to get this. Nice follow. Go for his touch here. Should be fine. Not going to be a great shot. That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. It wasn't a good shot from them, but Jordan unfortunately thought he had to get a touch on it, so ended up on goaling by just a smidge. The smallest little touch. For his touch here. Gotta wait for it to bounce off the wall. For top corner snipe. Wait for his touch here. It's good. Pass this back to Jordan. I can't actually get a play on goal there, so it's better to keep the ball in our team's hands, I'd say. It's a good touch to make for that reason. Gonna pressure this ball out here. This is really good. Should be a shot. Good try. Get this mid boost. See a block. Actually, a really good bounce for them, but it might work. It was a good bounce for them, in my opinion, because it just like it wasn't something that I could follow up because it completely died. All its momentum died off that bounce and just rolled out mid. And the guy could have just 50'd it, stayed in front of it. It would have been really good for him. Because he missed, made it really good for us, obviously. So one little mistake there changed the whole advantage in that play. Wow, I just slammed the crossbar. That's gonna work though. Honestly, I wasn't expecting him to get demoed, so I went quicker than I needed to there. I was already like locked in on going that fast for that ball. Still works out though. Wait for Wanda's touch. Nice, I can turn on this on the wall. Try to block him. Get a bump on one as well. There we go. It's a really good thing to do. After you make a play like that, going for the bump on the last guy back or the guy that would be next up in the play, it's huge. It's gonna secure your team a lot of goals. No matter what rank you're in, no matter what game mode you're playing. Obviously in ones you can't do it as much at all really, because if you get 50 on the ball, there's no one else to bump. But in 2s or 3s, you make a play on the ball like a 50 like that and you go for a bump on the last guy, normally a really good thing to do. Not gonna go for this. No point. Wouldn't really gain us much ground. I don't like challenging something like that. Same with this. Should be fine for Wanda. And now we have a pretty good situation to counter here. There we go. It's a good example of like picking the right time to go for the ball, picking the right time to counter knowing what's dangerous and what's not. That's a lot of what you're thinking about during every 3v3 game. Every moment of a 3v3 game is a lot of just thinking about those things. Save. That's what you see a lot of on defense. Like, it's kind of just deciding what's worth going for and what's not. That's the big thing that's always happening in threes. This I'd say is good to go for. If I could beat 2 of them there, it's pretty good for us. So I try to just cut out every game, like try to cut out the bad balls, the balls that you shouldn't go for. That's what I'm looking to improve on every single game that I'm playing. It's a good save from them. Should be able to get back to this. I followed this up myself. Lithium. That's really good because I keep my 70 boost as well. I can pick this. Don't have to rush to that ball. I know the guy that's behind me is going to be waiting for my touch regardless. So that's something that I really don't have to overthink or overcomplicate. I don't have to get some crazy touch. Most of the time that ball's in my hands regardless. And I think that as long as you play that patiently, even though you can't see what's behind you, you can kind of assume they're going to respect you. Maybe at the lower ranks, not so much. I'm not sure if they have that respect when it comes to that. But yeah, let's get into the next game though. We're going to have AJ for the rest of the games for today's video. Let's get into it, see how it goes. All right, we got ourselves Davitrox, Jordan, and Spatial. Some good players, some sweaty players for sure. We'll see how this game will go. Got a challenge from the last guy back. Should be easy save for him. As long as you bait out a flick like that in 2s, 3s, completely fine. That's why I like going early. It just takes out all the threat from the play in those situations. It's fine. That's from Wando. Should be fine as well. Try to follow this. Play to open space in the side. That way they can't get a crazy good clear out of this. That's going to be the best I can do. And my team's probably going to be able to get a challenge on it at the very least. Good try from them though. It was unfortunate that AJ didn't get the best touch on the challenge. So I kind of just went out middle. If the challenge was more like a 50 rather than like a read on his touch, it would have been better obviously. But it's hard to do that perfectly, of course. Should be good. Unlucky. I'll wait left side if he wants to use me. Play it around him. Play to the wall here. Try to play that middle. That was a good demo from him to just drive into me there. Gets rid of all the threat. He also doesn't waste his position at all, which is smart. That's how you want to be challenging. You don't want to waste your position if you don't have to, right? That's the big thing about those challenges. It's a really good touch. I don't know how he hit it like that, to be honest. It's crazy. Nice from Wanda. Aw, that's unfortunate. Nice. Good dunk there. Might have had the shot straight up. I'm not sure. If Wanda didn't get that touch around him, might have been able to shoot straight off that, but I don't want to say that for sure because obviously it's a hypothetical. I don't know what would have happened if I could play that situation back. But either way, it's hard for Wanda to know. So our comms make a really big difference when it comes to the threes, and people don't really realize that, I think, as much as they should. In pro level threes especially, comms make a huge difference. A lot of little mistakes that don't happen because of good communication. That's from Wanda. Good job to take his time on this, not just throw it away. Try to make him awkward here, make him panic. I'm just gonna drive into it. That's all I have to do, really. Team gets the ball for free off of it. Really unfortunate there. That was actually a really smart play from Wanda. Ignores the ball completely, goes for the bump there. It's gonna be a free goal for me. But he gets bumped into the ball, unfortunately. Bumped the last guy back as well. Should be a good situation for us. Just throwing the ball away. Wanda could touch this to me one more time. Alright, I can't really follow that up now, so I have to go back. Play it high, take the mid boost. It's fine. Can't follow that up. Just wait behind. Fake the high touch. Try to stay close to it. Should be good for my teammate that's behind to follow it up. That's what I wish I would do as well. I wish I look for new ways to approach the ball or like get a challenge on the ball. That's going to be good for my team to follow up next, right? That's something that I'm always trying to look for when playing threes. Because I think the idea of winning a 50-50 forward, like AJ just did right there, it's not as good as it would seem most of the time because the ball just goes straight back to the other team, right? So that's why you'll see me a lot of time. I'll do something like this where I force the team to hit it back into my player and we get the ball back again, right? So that's something that I think is a smarter way to challenge, where I'm gonna force this guy to make a play here, and I have no reason to actually fully challenge this until I'm gonna have an advantage in that challenge. So there's no reason for me to challenge until that's the case. That's what you'll see me doing a lot of in threes. And you see how my team, out of every situation, always gets the ball, right? That's how you should always look to play every situation, in a way that your team's always gonna have the advantage after the fact. You don't want to try to play the ball forward so much into spots where, you know, it's gonna be easy for the team to get the ball back and it's going to be hard for your team to get the ball. You always try to play for that possession, and that's a harder thing to do than it actually sounds like. A lot of people look at that, like I said, the idea of losing 50s as a bad thing, when in reality, if you can control that 50 back into where your team's at, that's way better than winning it will ever be. It's a very hard thing to understand when everyone has this stigma of, you know, you have to win all your 50s. You have to win all your 50s. That's not necessarily a good thing, unless it's going to lead to a direct goal. Then it is. Those are the few situations where winning your 50s is the right thing to do. Doesn't happen very often though, where you're 50ing their last man back. That's more on them making that mistake, if it comes to that. We get 50. I got the bump on him as well. It's kind of crazy. I don't know if AJ was trying to pass me there, but it worked out really well. Got the touch on it and the bump on it. That's perfect. Really good controlled touches there. Right, there's a lot to the way I think about playing threes. I think it's a lot of the way that I've always practiced and the role that I like to play for my team. Just trying to be a good team player. I think about it in a very like different way than a lot of people do. So that's why if you guys are watching me and I'm giving you very specific tips, so this is just the way that I tend to think about the game. I view the game, right? So not everyone will view the game the same way, but I think the best way to play is having that possession, giving your team the ball as freely as possible without them having to get around someone. If you can get them the ball rolling to them, or like off of a 50, it goes behind you right to your team, that's perfect in my opinion. That's how I've always thought is the best way to play. So it's not something that everyone thinks like that. It's just something that I've just learned to practice that way, and I think that playing the balls in those situations is the best way to play. That's just how I've always thought. Good set of games for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Have yourself a wonderful day or night, whatever time it is when you guys are watching this. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see where we're at real quick on leaderboards. We're at 7. We still finished at 7, so we didn't get enough points to get past the number 5 spot, but not bad, not bad. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, I'll see you guys on the next one. I love y'all. Peace.
How could I trust you when you hurt me so bad? Hurt me so